What's up, my know-it-all? Yesterday's episode of Rick and Morty left us with so many questions, like, what happens to Rick C-137 now that his entire reason for being has finally been completed, to say the least? Today, we're plunging headlong into the complex psyches of Rick C-137 and Rick Prime, especially in the wake of Evil Morty's game-changing return, and take a look at Rick versus Rick Prime, the ultimate psychological showdown. I'm Mr. Know-It-All, and in this deep dive analysis, we'll examine some of the profound truths surrounding Rick Prime, especially after the revelation that
you would have been me. I just walked into your garage before you walked into mine.
Now, to go down this road, we'll be spoiling the most recent episode of Rick and Morty, so if you haven't watched it yet, be forewarned. Let's unravel the psychological labyrinth of these two Ricks, but before we do that, like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me in the algorithm and lets everyone know that you want to be part of the Know-It-All Nation. Allow me to set the stage. Rick Prime, a darker, more manipulative version of our already morally gray Rick C-137, poses an existential threat. His recent confrontation with Rick 137 and the machinations of Evil Morty have brought some crucial aspects of their personalities to the forefront. But what really separates these two Ricks at their core? Rick C-137, our hero, much like yours truly, is no stranger to narcissism and self-destructive behavior. He's shown a level of self-awareness and guilt, especially in his relationships with his family. Despite his nihilistic outlook, there's an underlying current of seeking redemption and connection. This is evident in his occasional vulnerability with Morty and other family members. However, his intelligence often becomes a shield, protecting him from truly addressing his deep-seated mental health issues.
Can I offer my 2 cents?
Enter Rick Prime. He represents what Rick C-137 could have become if stripped of any of his moral compass or emotional attachments. Rick Prime's quote highlights the thin line separating them.
You would have been me. I just walked into your garage before you walked into mine.
It's a chilling admission that under different circumstances, Rick C-137 could have mirrored Rick Prime's actions. Rick Prime embodies a more pronounced narcissistic personality disorder, with manipulative tendencies and a lack of empathy, showing the darker potential of Rick's genius when devoid of humanity.
Badass.
Why are you here?
Buddy, I have been asking myself that exact same question.
The resurgence of Evil Morty adds another layer to this psychological gumbo.
What the f are you doing? Evil Morty! Should I grab the net?
Yes! Hang tight, Morty's getting the net.
He acts as a mirror, reflecting the darkest parts of both Ricks. His actions and motivations are a direct result of the toxic behaviors and attitudes of the Ricks, especially Rick Prime. Evil Morty's existence and choices question whether intelligence and power inevitably lead to corruption and moral decay. The theme of narcissism in both Ricks is interwoven with the nature of revenge. Their conflicts are not just about superiority, but also about insecurities and past failures. It's a battle of egos, where the stakes are their identities and legacies.
Is that the guy? Probably. You're acting like this one's different.
He is different, but different doesn't mean him. Could be a trap.
He's worried that it's actually your target, and he don't make credit for the kill.
Are you serious right now? You little narcissist.
Dude, literal glass house.
You think you're better than me?
Jesus, I hope so.
Revenge in this context becomes a way for them to assert dominance and escape their own psychological shortcomings. Viewing Rick C-137 and Rick Prime through the lens of mental health, we see two individuals grappling with their demons in different ways. Rick C-137's journey is marked by moments of introspection and regret, albeit fleeting. In contrast, Rick Prime seems to have embraced his darker nature, seeing it as a strength rather than a flaw. This dichotomy is at the heart of their conflict. It's not just a physical battle, but a philosophical and psychological one. In the climax of the episode, the showdown between Rick C-137 and Rick Prime, intensified by Evil Morty's actions, is more than just a sci-fi spectacle. It's a deep dive into the troubled minds of two geniuses, a study of narcissism, revenge, and the impact of unchecked mental health issues.
You would have been me. I I just walked into your garage before you walked into mine.
As we reflect on Prime's haunting words, it becomes clear that the line between hero and villain is often blurred, instead being shaped by choices and circumstances. So there you go, now you know. And if knowing is half the battle, you're halfway to being a know-it-all yourself. Let's talk in the comments below. Tell me, what do you think of Rick Prime's assertion that basically Rick C-137 could have become him had it not been for one bad day? I look forward to talking about it more with you in the comments. Thank you for all the support you've shown the channel. Never forget, everyone loves a know-it-all.